Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to put down your interior walls. And there's different ways that you can do that. First thing you have to keep in mind is the standard size of your bedrooms, or what size you want to make them. You know, we have to have bedrooms have to be at least 10 by 7, or they have to have 70 square feet with no dimension less than 7 feet. Okay, so basically rule of thumb, 7 by 10, and those are for just regular bedrooms. Okay. So you have to keep stuff like that in mind when you're doing this. So let's say I'm looking at my square here, and of course yours is going to be a little bit more elaborate than this, I know. This is just a real simple rectangular type of drawing. So what I do, the method that I use is I use existing geometry to use to separate, to divide this space up into the many different rooms that it's going to be. And I'll probably start, like in this case, just looking at it, I'll start over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to use this line, this very inside polyline. First thing I want to do is explode it because I want it to be separate lines. Okay, now it's separate lines. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to offset these lines. And again, like I said, use the geometry that is already there. So if I'm going to place bedrooms, you know, a couple of bedrooms over here, and yeah, I know this might look a little cliche, but I'm just kind of showing you how it goes here. But I'm going to offset that interior line on the left here. I'm going to offset that 10 feet because I know I want my bedrooms to be, well, I'll tell you what, let's make it a little bit longer, a little bit wider. So these are going to be 11-foot bedrooms. Okay. So specified distance of my offset. And I'm offsetting that inside line. Okay, right over here. Now that gives me my 11 feet of space from this wall to the beginning of this wall. Okay, but we're not done yet because this wall has a thickness to it. Okay, the thickness to it is going to be, you know, you have your two sheets of drywall on each side, and then of course you have your timber in the middle, you know, your framing and stuff. So you're looking at, depending on the thickness of your drywall, it may be 1/2 inch, it may be 5/8. 5/8 is very common, but so is 1/2 inch. So if we go with 1/2 inch drywall on the inside walls, then we're looking at our walls being, let's see, 3.5, 4.5 inches wide. So we're going to go ahead and make our walls 4.5 inches wide. We're not going to worry about the layers and stuff on the inside walls. Okay, I wanted you guys to do that on the outside walls just to get practice at doing it. But after that, that's all you have to do, the layers on with the outside walls. And not all floor plans will use, again, we'll use that level of detail, but we're just going to use it here for giggles. Okay, so anyway, I've got my line there that makes my room width here 11 feet. I'm going to offset that line again, those 4.5 feet. So basically, I'm just going to type in 4.5 inches. And there's that thickness of my wall, okay, just like we did in the floor plans that we drew by hand. Now, of course, I can start dividing this area up into separate bedrooms, closets, bathrooms, whatever else. But basically what I did there is I just kind of used my existing geometry to kind of move things over there a little bit and get them where I wanted it to be. Now, I've got my 11-foot width, and I have to have at least 7 feet for the depth, and I'm actually going to go a little bit more than that. I'm just going to go about 8 feet. Okay, so these are going to be some, you know, quasi comfortable bedrooms. So click on that line to offset it again, type in 8 feet, and then again click on it and type in 4.5 inches. That is again for the thickness of the wall. All right, so there we have the beginnings of a bedroom right here. Now, as I'm going through here, I might go ahead and make some more separations. Let's say if I plan to put another room right next to it, I'm going to need some closet space. So I'll go ahead and offset this about 3 feet. Give me a 3-foot deep closet. And then, of course, I'm going to offset this 4.5 inches for its thickness. Oops. Okay, I guess it worked. Now I hit one of the wrong buttons there on my keyboard, but anyway, it looks like it came out okay. So there's some closet space. Okay, now I'm going to, let's see, looks like I've got plenty of room to make a bathroom in here. So I'm going to offset this line. Let's see. I'm going to offset it 5 feet. So go ahead and type in 5 feet. Enter. Okay, and then again, I'm going to offset that 4.5 inches. Okay, so closet, why did I do that? I wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing there. So this right here is actually should be another bedroom. So let me start over with that. And this is the beauty of using software, is that you can erase and redo things very easily. So here's what I need to do is I need to make this another bedroom, or that was my intention. I don't have to. I could go ahead and do with what I had accidentally done and went with that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to offset this. I'm going to offset this another 8 feet because instead of a bathroom, I'm going to make it a bedroom. All right, and then of course I got to offset that 4.5 inches. All right, there we go. And then of course I have some room up here that I can make a bathroom. I can even make a little bit of a playroom. I can expand the size of these bedrooms if I wanted to, but right now it's not my point. My point is to show you how to lay out the interior walls in AutoCAD. And of course we want our interior walls to be nice, neat, pretty, all that kind of stuff. Now, because I really don't have any plans yet out in this area of the home, I don't need these extensive lines. So, you know, these are lines I just offset to create these bedrooms over here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these over here. So I'm going to get on my trim tool and just, oops, specify outscore. I'm in the wrong thing there. Trim. Select all. Okay. All right, so I got rid of all those lines. Okay, now as you go through, and you might save this next part for the very end, you don't have to do it right now, but let's say I've already divided this space up into all my living rooms, master bedrooms, and all that kind of stuff, and I've got all these inside walls. Now of course we talked about having layers for our walls, so the next thing I need to do is make sure that those are put on the correct layer. So we're going to select all those interior walls, come down here and turn those to green. One or more objects has been moved. Okay, I did something there. Let me try that again. I accidentally hit the turn off button there. Okay. Anyway, so there are my interior walls. They're on the correct layer. Now, of course, when you draw, I don't have to use the offset method there. I can just draw. I can just make sure that I'm already on the green layer. And so let's say I'm going to just draw a bedroom wall. I mean, not a bedroom wall, but a bathroom wall right here. Now I want my wall to be 5 feet. I got to turn my snaps on first. Okay, so my snaps are on now. And I can hover here to pick up that geometry, move up, 5 feet, and start that line at 5 feet. Okay, and then bring it through here, and then do the same thing, offset it 4.5 inches, and that can be my bathroom. And it's already set for 4.5 inches. All right, so you can draw them, or you can use the geometry that's already there and just offset that geometry to make what you have here. Now, before you call this finished, you have to go back and clean it up. You know, one thing with these walls is we want to show continuity between the walls, because the walls, are all joined together with their interior framing. So we just kind of clean it up to make it look like so. And to do that, I'm going to use the trim tool, and I'm just going to select all possible points, and I'm going to go in here and just clean this up. Okay. I'm just kind of cleaning up all these little places where those lines intersect. You know, we want them to be perpendicular, but we don't want them to intersect. Okay, so all nice and clean. Now we even go over here and do this on the sides. Now we have to stretch these lines. They have to be stretched to meet this line here, which represents the framing, because outside of that is just your drywall. So that has to go all the way through to the framing. And when you're doing that, you can actually use your extend tool. Let's see, extend and select objects or select all. Okay, so I want to extend to, that's the first thing I check, is what I want to extend to, right there. All right, and then I select enter, and now I want to select the lines that I want to go to that, just like so. And as you see, as we get closer, those lines have already gone all the way through to the framing. All right, go back to our trim mode and start trimming out these lines. Okay, again, showing that continuity for the framing of the walls. And you'll do this all the way around. Clean all these joints up here. Make them look really nice. Make it look like you know what you're doing, like I know you do. Okay, and this one here I still need to extend. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Okay, so that's how you place your interior walls. Just go through, make sure you divide everything up the way you want it. Make sure everything meets code and that you've got room to put things like plumbing fixtures, cabinets, things like that, and what have you. All right, now in my next video I will show you how to probably do doors and windows. It seems like the easiest thing to do next.